What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Today, I want to give props to my brother T.I. Man, I actually like T.I., even though T.I. says some stupid shit sometimes, man. But I really love the brother. I think the brother has a lot of good things to say. He was a dope MC. And T.I. had a really great podcast that was going on, but due to some of these allegations that he had, him and his wife, what ended up happening with that is that the podcast was shut down, and T.I. was the first person to reach out to Kevin Samuels, and then they recorded that podcast or part of it. But when those allegations came out, his reality show got shut down, and the podcast shut down. So I don't know if they're ever going to release that footage. But T.I. knew Kevin Samuels, and Kevin told me that, hey man, you guys in the manosphere, people are watching you guys as they're watching me, so you guys need to clean up certain things and certain aspects of your content. And he was telling me things like that, not really myself, but to the other guys also, because you saying that they were watching what black men were having to say. So with that being said, because of what was going on with T.I., he really could not come out and really support what Kevin was saying. A lot of guys couldn't really come out and support what Kevin was saying, although they know what he was talking about was the truth. Okay, so guys like Marlon Wayans, guys like Damon John, guys who loved Kevin Samuels, but we all know that Kevin was right about the entitlement going on in this culture, when the dynamic between women and men. We all knew that it was right. But now Kevin Samuels has passed. A lot of these women have went to trash Kevin Samuels just like they did when he was living, and the vitriol has been ridiculous. I've been getting a lot of black men even reaching out to me to want to come into the black manosphere community, even though I'm not really associated in the black manosphere anymore. But I'm getting so many black men saying, what can I do to help black male media? What can I do? A lot of black men are really, really upset. And T.I. has come out on the defense of our brother on Instagram. I want to play a part of his clip, and then I'm going to come back and I want to give my thoughts to what he's saying.
Hey, I'm just here to add people to my life who want to argue and talk about Guru Kevin Samuels wasn't doing good in the community. I want to talk. I like whoever, all of you miserable who got something negative to say. I would just love to offer you the opportunity to argue on my live. Just because, man, I'm stuck in traffic and riding to somewhere, and I'm gonna waste my time arguing with you grouchy, miserable, despicable come on, let me just see. Let me see what we got. Who we got? Actually, I'm gonna just give you some time. I'm gonna give you some time. I'm gonna give you a little time. I'm gonna give you a little time. Cause I don't like, every time y'all bullying a dead man, basically. You ganging up on a dead man. Shit is a travesty of justice. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Ain't gonna let y'all bully this dead man. We gonna let this man rest in peace. Whatever he did it and he gone. He got away with it. That's between him and God. Him and the Lord gonna have to deal with it. You ain't got no heaven or no hell to put him in. So I wanna see who in the fuck wanna say something to me while I'm still alive.
So guys, you heard what he had to say. Let me say this. I want to just congratulate brother T.I. for defending another black man for what's going on in the black community. Because T.I. sees this shit every day in Atlanta. All of you brothers in your city, you see what Kevin is talking about. Why? Because people been talking about this same thing before Kevin Samuels. Rappers been talking about this stuff. Our grandfathers talked about it in the barbershop. We all been talking about these problems. Not to say that men are perfect, but from our side of the story, it has never really been taken to the national media until now. Okay? And we see it in our communities. Not only do we see what Kevin was talking about, black women saw it. Because why? He have as many women fans as men. Okay? And it's a travesty of justice, because black men, in the way that Kevin Samuels delivers, we know that he don't hate sisters. We know he don't hate black women. Okay? We know that. Because we've seen other races of women try to come onto the Kevin Samuels platform and try to talk down on black women, and he shut their ass down. The reality is that these people are mad and you got smoke for him because he's right. 3 weeks ago, he called me. He told me something that was profound. I'll never forget it. He said, O'Shea, the media is going to be forced to come over to the men's markets. It's where the new money will be made. It is where the new improvements in society are going to be made. He said the media, the feminized media, is going to come over to where the men are. And the reason why they're going to be forced to have the conversation with us is because we are right. We are right. And I want to say this. When T.I. is talking about, you MNFers and this and that, we all know who he's talking about. Because you got some liberal guys out there that's rejoicing in his death. But we know who he's really talking about, but he can't say it. He can't call nobody the B word. We know that T.I. is talking to these ladies out there. Because let me say this, no matter how much, their sons, if they have been, a lot of ladies have sons, if they were to go out there and do atrocious things in the black community, let's say if some of them were killers or dope dealers, or somebody had an opinion, didn't like him, and somebody wished the death on their child, they would feel bad. They would feel bad, okay? And they're not looking at the accomplishments this man made. Why do so many people love this guy? Because he brought black people together. He brought black women and black men together. He healed relationships. Despite whether you thought his personal relationships were bad or not, look at the impact of what he did. You can't deny the impact. There are countless stories. Let me also say this. 2 weeks ago, Kevin called me in Atlanta. Kevin was trying to get me to move to Atlanta. Okay. And if this is the police officer that was on the phone with Kevin that day, I want you to call me, email me. I was on the phone. Kevin was in Atlanta, like he was always doing. And if any of us that talked to Kevin on the phone, if he was walking in Atlanta, you would always hear people in the background, Kevin, hey, Kevin, man, love your show, man. You saved my marriage. Almost every time. And Kevin would have to be like, hey, okay, how you doing, man? Thank you so much, man. I'm on the phone. He would have to tell people I'm on the phone. I'm talking right now. So this particular situation 2 weeks ago, this guy comes and Kevin was telling me, O'Shea, listen, you need to come to Atlanta, brother, because they love us here. He said, I get people call me all the time, black men all the time, talk about how much they love us. Man, you get a lot of love in Atlanta, O'Shea. You need to come here, man. Come, look, man, come to Atlanta, man. Look, we're going to do some crazy things together. So as he was saying it, a police officer walks up. Kevin, man. Hey, listen, brother, I just want to thank you, brother, for man, my wife, man, I had he was talking about, I got a lot of money and stuff, man. I just bought a nice house, and he was bragging and everything, He said, man, my wife was giving me problems, and she's my fiance at the time, but she was giving me problems, brother. But once we started watching you, brother, we got a great relationship. This is right after he told us how much love we get in Atlanta, right? So he said, oh, really? He said, man, I'm on the phone with O'Shea Duke Jackson. So the police officer said, what's good, everybody? It's your boy. Oh, so he was mimicking my celebrity junk. And you would hear this from Kevin all the time. People just come out the blue. Man, Kevin, you touched my life. Man, Kevin, I love you. Man, everywhere he went, he called me. Anywhere he was at, he would have that. People coming up to him all the time. All the time. And that's what T.I. knows. That's why he defended them. Because we see these little boys in Atlanta in the street doing whatever they're doing. These girls out in the streets doing what they're doing. We know what they're doing. Guess who's trying to stop that? Kevin. Want you to build up your community. And these rappers and these entertainers knew it. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson. Back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I already appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. Check out the first clip at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm out.